Yeah.
13th of December, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
The mitzvah. Okay. I might as well finish it, then we'll go over it again. Ve'im nitarev b'shemen acher ve'ein shishim levat lo. Yesh mi sheomer she'ein lahosif alav kidei levat lo. Okay. So let's see. Hanotar, let's see, if it remains, what if the shemen, if oil remains on the eighth day?
Right, meaning after you've lit the menorah the eighth and final time, after the flames have gone out, there remains oil, right, from that burning. So the question is, what to
Okay.
do with it?
So it says hatzarich l'shiur hadlaka. So you have to burn that remaining oil.
Meaning, if there remains oil from the sheer hadlaka, meaning again, it's you're supposed to let it burn like for about half an hour after ski or taste of chachavim. So you have to put
Right.
that much amount of oil in, and that's the obligatory amount of oil that you need to put into the Hanukah, the menorah. And if it you put in more, so the additional oil should not necessarily be considered to be asur b'hana. Although some do say it's asur b'hana if you didn't make a specific declaration when you put it in. But generally speaking, the only thing that will be asur b'hana to benefit from would be that oil which remains from the actual amount of time that it needed to obligatorily be burning. Meaning that half an hour is the amount of time.
Oh. Okay. Very interesting. Okay. So let's see. Lo medura. So what you make a medura is sometimes a torch, but this is not a torch. What was that?
Fire.
Oh, fire. Medura is just a fire. Okay. V'sofro bifnei atzmo, and it should burn by itself. Sheharei hutza limitzvotav. For this is the for its purpose was for a mitzvah. Okay. So basically any remaining oil on the eighth day should be burnt. It's part of the mitzvah, I guess.
Right. You don't want to leave it over, right? And then we'll see the Mishnah Berurah explain this in details when we get to the Mishnah Berurah.
Okay. Well, we'll just finish this. It says, let's see, v'imnita raven, if it's mixed with another oil, and it's not what 1/60th, so it's not buttle, I guess. Yesh miomer. There are some who say she'ein lahosif alav levat lo. That she'ein lahosif. One should not add it to the oil that's not that's nullified, I guess.
Right. Very good.
Okay. Very interesting.
Okay, let's take a look at the Mishnah Berurah. That'll bring us to Sifkat and Yud Zayin.
Okay, so Yud Zayin. This says Hanotar b'yom hashmini. So the remaining oil on the eighth day. Let's see. The Valelot Hakodmin Tar. So this is from the lightings of the previous nights, if it remains.
Right, meaning that which remain in previous nights that will remain, meaning if anything remained from tonight's oil, right? So you can simply just add it to the flames you're going to light today, right? That's
right.
it, right? But on the eighth day, it's different. You don't have anyone what to add.
Oh, okay. So Yachol Yishtamesh Bahem, so you can use it for the mitzvah of the lighting. Hadlaka b'nei ro harehen, on the nights after. Okay, so any oil that's not burnt on the previous nights of Hanukkah, that next night you could use that oil to burn to completely consume the oil.
Right, that's right.
Okay, ve'im nitareh b'shemen acher, and if it's mixed with another oil, dino k'dio kameh. The law will be down, will be below, or will be coming up. Dino k'dio kameh.
It'll be as the din will be as will be explained as follows. Kamer is as will be following.
Okay, very good. Okay, so now it says Min Hashemin Hatzarich. The oil that is needed. Hainu Shalo Natan Techila Rakashior Hadlakha V'nikba V'emtza V'notar V'lachein Asur. So what? Let's see. Hainu, that is Shalo Natan Techila. If it was only if only the measurement was first used in the lighting, nikba, and it went, I guess it went out in the middle.
Yeah, he's describing how you get the situation where you had, for example, an exact amount, and you still left over with extra from the obligatory amount of burning time oil. That's because it went out early. It went out for some reason. It went out early. The wind blew it out or something like that.
Ah, okay. Okay, and there's some remain v'lachein asur, and therefore what it's forbidden. The chuktzah mitzvato yasur lehanot hemenu. So let's see, the chuktzah, what is required for the mitzvah?
Muksa means it's designated, like the same word as muksa. Muksa on Shabbos is designated for something which is normally forbidden to do on Shabbos. That's one type of muksa, klisha machla isser.
Oh, I never knew that. I just thought muktzah was for not allowed to touch.
Well, different categories of muksa, depending. Muksa makmas gubel, for example, a rock or a piece of wood that has no use at all. So it's therefore it's not designated for any permissible use on Shabbos. So any objects which are not designated for permissible uses on Shabbos, so therefore those things are considered muksa and therefore untouchable on Shabbos.
Oh, okay.
Here it's Shabbat, you can designate it. If not, it's muksa.
Okay. Okay, so the chuktzah mitzvah. Okay, so it's I just forgot now. We just talked about muktzah too.
Because it's muksa, it's designated for the usage of the oils.
Okay, it's designated, right, for its mitzvah and asur. Well, I know what to place it elsewhere or something.
It's asur that it should be used in another fashion or for something else.
Oh, another fashion, okay. Aval inatan harbe v'ner v'notar, but if he puts a lot of it in the nair in I guess in the candle in the light,
Right.
Notar, and it remains mutar lehishtamesh bo lechatchila. One is able to use it initially, I guess.
Right. Me.
Okay. Ukemo shekatav le'el b'simin tafrei shayin bet sif bet. Okay, so it was written up above in tafrei shayin bet sif bet. Vida, and you should know, diyesh poskim shesovrin de'im natana shemen bistam hukta kol hashemen. Oh, so hold it. What's okay? I just lost my place. Hold on 1 second. Oh, so you should know that the poskim decided that if it's put with with just regular oil, Hashem bistam.
Right. That you should know. Yesh poskim shesovrim nosan Hashem and bistam. If you simply put the oil into the menorah without any particular thought what you're going to do with it or what it's considered to be muksha kol Hashem, and all the designated for the mitzvah, even though you didn't have specific das opinion about that.
Oh,
In low you have to make a conditional statement beforehand.
oh, okay.
That it should not also elishir only the amount which is needed for the burning time.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, that's interesting.
That's a minority of opinions, but still the Mishnah Berurah seems to be
I
concerned
don't
that
need it on.
yeah, we should be concerned about that.
Okay, so last night, in preparing my candles, when we have those little oil candles that have the tops on it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And when I tried to pull the top out, a little bit of it, almost half of it actually spilled out in the container, but I couldn't figure out any way to get that back into the candles. I just took some olive oil and filled it, to the top, so we had that candles could be lit.
Right.
In theory, I guess that any oil that I spilled should have been tried to preserve it for another night, another candle lighting.
Well, it could be. I mean, the question would be is that when you buy these sets of pre-made candles, so ostensibly they're all actually, tell you the truth, not if you look on the packaging, so at least on some packaging you might find it's for Hanukah and Shabbos, right? So some people may use these regularly for Shabbos. So it's not necessarily true that you're buying it specifically for the use of Hanukah. You may be, right? But not necessarily true that you're planning to use it exclusively for Hanukkah. Mm-hmm. So if it spills and if it wasn't yet placed into the menorah, it could be a lenient and not have to worry about it. Just soak it up the oil with with the tissue, some absorbent paper or something like that. And so what I do, a lot of that kind of oil that's left over, I absorb it into tissues and things like this, and I use that as what I use when I burn the wicks and things like that.
Right,
Burn the
right.
wicks.
Okay.
It makes a good fuel for that. It's very highly flammable.
That's true. Very true.
If you know anything about spontaneous combustion, it's very good for that kind of stuff.
If it only spills on one candle, if it's not the candle for that night, then it shouldn't be a problem anyway.
Yeah, this fell into the container. This wasn't.
Yeah, but in other words, if you have 8 candles, but it's not the candle for the mitzvah, then it shouldn't make a difference how much oil is in it because you're lighting the candle for the mitzvah.
Well, it depends. If your Mayor's case was talking about the pre-made oil cups.
Yes.
So it could be considered perhaps, unless you make it a statement and conditional statement when you're actually buying it, perhaps even when you bring it home, that you're only planning to set aside for the mitzvah which is needed for the actual lighting time, and anything that's extra left over will not be considered to be a part of the mitzvah that's obligatory, and therefore you could use it for anything you want.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So that even if you bring it home, even if you open up, even if Hanukkah into the menorah, it may not be that they're actually designating it for the specific use of Hanukkah. But
yeah. That's an interesting thought. Okay. Okay. So this just to finish. This is just a reference. V'ayin le'elbesim in Tafresh Ayin Beb in Mishna Berura Seif Cut and Zayin. Okay. Yutet. Sofro b'fnei atzmo. Okay, so it should burn by itself. Dil hanicho l'shana haba l'ner Hanukah asur. Oh, it's forbidden to save it for the next year for Hanukkah.
yeah, this is important, right?
Yeah, okay. Let's see. The hai shinan l'takala vafilu hanicho bikli ma'os. Divai, let's see, lo yavo la'achol la'chlo. Gam kain asur de hashinan shema yavo lidlok v'lechanot hemenu. Okay, so it's forbidden to save it for the next year because, let's see, he's afraid.
The oil was in fact designated and set aside specifically for the menorah, so therefore it's also to get benefit from it. And that oil which has been specifically designated, that will be forbidden to save for the next year, because we're worried that you might come during the course of the year's time to use it for some mundane purpose. And even if you put it into a what they call a clean moist, even if you put it to something that you probably would not use for any possible use except for lighting, still that's not sufficient, because we're worried Chashin and Shema Yavo Ludlik Hanerosman. You might still come not to initially use the oil for eating, for human consumption, but you still may decide to use it for lighting of, let's say, or even common lights in the house.
Okay.
So
Let's see. Maybe we can just quickly finish this one up.
Yeah.
She'ein lahosif alav. Okay, so you shouldn't add it to others. Okay. V'ayin v'yored deya siman tzadi tet se'ifav diyesh matirin b'chol asur d'rabanan lahosif alav im nitarev l'chen katav kan yesh mishomer. Okay, so this is it's forbidden according to the rabbis to mix it, I guess.
right, you can't. There's such a thing as aim about you can't take something which is usher and nullify it in a larger quantity of permissible substance, because then we'll say it's butable over, butable shishim, so that you can't do you're not supposed to do that. So here he's also, any extra wine, any extra oil you may have, you might think you could put into a larger amount of permissible oil, and therefore it'll become nullified with that you can't do.
Very
That's
good.
why it's referring you to your day over there. Okay, very good. Mitzvah Shem
Yeshaya.
will continue tomorrow. We should have a wonderful Chodesh Teves and a wonderful Hanukkah Mitzvah Shem. And hope to see you all tomorrow, Mitzvah Shem.
Yeah, Tevet is a special month for me.
Yeah.
I was born on Kaf Tevet.
Okay. Well, coming up in less than 3 weeks, you'll be there.
That's
Better
right.
Hashem.
That's right.
Okay. Many more
Okay.
Hashem. Be well.
Okay.
Hope to
Amen.
see
Have
you
a
all.
good day.
Shalom.
Have a Hanukkah.
You
Be
too.
well.
Shalom.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye.